All right. Welcome to another episode of Old Gold. Today we have my esteemed colleague, Jamila, who you guys all know from a previous episode. And we also have Jim. So, Jim basically runs the show over at the Gold Road mine in Arizona, which is a huge component of our Chancery royalty. So, we'll have a good chat with him. Before we get started, I do want to also mention that this Sunday is our investor trip. We're going with Mario Ineko, who you guys might know as Maneko64, and a group of investors. We're going to go meet Tiger in Korea at the pure tungsten mine. So that's why I'm starting the episode with my pure tungsten hat for the plug. And I will soon change to my Chancery hat because today we have Jim on, and Jim is a very important part of Chancery royalty. So in any case, yeah, well, let's get started. I have not personally been to the Gold Road mine, but Jamila has, so she might have something to say about it. Hopefully, if I can get back to the States this summer, I will come and see you out there, Jim.
We need to call this episode Arizona edition. Yeah, because Jim and I are both in Arizona. I actually have my cactus earrings on today. But yes, so Gold Road was the first mine I've gotten to see in person. And both Jim and Raj and Alex, everyone from the team, just gave me a warm welcome. And I learned so much. And it's absolutely beautiful up there. And it was the first time I actually got to go underground with a mine and see the veins myself and see the guys working in there. And it was just beautiful, the veins I saw and the product I saw. So, and yeah, just a final note, the history that's in that area from, yeah, and how how many abandoned, shafts there are there is incredible. And I think there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit later about the 3D models that were made for the veins and the deposits there in Gold Road, and
Mhm.
pretty incredible to look at those. So, Jim, give us a bit of background on Gold Road. As Jamila mentioned, there's a lot of history, right, in the Oatman district, right there in Arizona, and it's got a very
Correct.
long history of gold mining. So, give us a little bit of background on Gold Road.
Yeah, Gold Road started in about 1902, and I think there was some mining maybe as early as 1880 or 1890, but really in 1902, like U.S. Smelting started Gold Road up, and they ran off and on up through the 20s, and then they were down for a few years, and gold was close to $20 an ounce, 18, something like that back then,
It
and
stayed
then
it stayed like
yeah,
that for quite a long time, and then the dollar was pegged to it, and the price really didn't move for a long time. Yeah.
right. So pretty much the gold at or the average grade at Gold Road was about a quarter of an ounce to zero point 0.5, half an ounce per ton, and through the old timers, they shrunk stope, they mined narrow on vein. They did a really good job. The old timers were really good, but they were really after the higher grade ores, and then in 1942, of course, the War Act shut the gold mining down here, and really nothing was done again until probably the early 90s when Ad West picked up Gold Road and did some drilling up top, and came back in and opened it back up in the 90s. At that time, I was in the early 90s, I was in Nevada and had heard that a new mine was opening up down here, and so I came down here. The mill was brand new, just being built. We commissioned it, put it online in the end of 1993, and so it was exciting. Brand new mill, brand new everything, brand new underground. Developed some really good ore, but the price of gold in the 95, say, to 99 just crashed. It
Yeah,
got
not
down.
ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, it got down to, I believe, about 260 an ounce, and it's
Yeah.
really tough to to make money at that. So, That
for
was
sure.
when we shut down, and then I went back to Nevada for a while. So in
It's a
2010,
little different now. Yeah.
oh yes, oh have you seen today? I mean, today is all the shooting up, but in 2010 we fired back up, and you know, different owners and things. We had our good years with the bad years, but we started running tailings like we're doing today in about 2012, and we did very well on a couple blocks from underground and the United Eastern tailings, and did really well. And so I've kind of had a long history here with Gold Road, back and forth between Nevada and here, but it's Gold Road's always been special. So much, like Jamila said, there is so much potential here, and we have a huge claim block here between us and the Gap and the Lost Segment, and everything in this open district is just fantastic.
Yeah, well, we're definitely glad to have you in charge because we bought Gold Road May of last year, right? It hasn't been that long, and within a time span of about 6 months, you turned it into an amazing operation that's now producing. So, give us some insight on that. How were you able to move along so quickly and get production so quickly? Because you're having some pretty good pours now.
Yeah, it's really, really tough, and especially like right now with the gold prices doing what they're doing, every little mine, every big mine, everyone is starting to hire people. But fortunately, I was able to get a few of the guys back that I had operating here before, and we just went into maintenance and went through every motor, every pump, every line, recommissioned the whole place in about 3 months and got back into production in September. And the biggest challenge has been the training of new employees, because I've had maybe 25 or 30% of experienced people, and that gives you 75% of pretty much new hires. Some had some experience in sand and gravel and different things, but that's been the biggest challenge is getting the training and everything up on people. And I've told everyone all along, once we get to about a year to 2 years and everybody starts knowing what they're doing, it's just going to get better from here. So
I was actually,
Definitely.
Raj had brought that up to me when I was asking about kind of the biggest obstacles. He said it was the human capital. And for those who don't know, the Oatman, Kingman, Arizona area, it's very small. And so to even, find people around the area is hard, let alone experienced people. So kudos to you on that.
oh, that's true. When I came down here in 2010, I was able to recruit a lot of people from northern Nevada that said, "Oh, I'd love to go down there with you." And so I got a really good workforce, and some of those people are still here. The problem is they're retiring on me. I had a couple of them come here and just do training for the first 3 or 4 months with people because they were already retired, and I said, "I just need your brains. I don't need you. You just need to help people learn what to do." And so I've used 2 guys like that, and they're doing awesome. Yeah.
Just
Great.
it's funny when you say that, though. It reminds me of you're taking your bandwagon out west. So just when I hear that for the gold rush.
Yeah. Yeah.
But go ahead, Eric.
Yeah.
So, well, no, I was going to say, because obviously you have had to hire a lot of people. So, was it quite difficult? Obviously, you've had to train up the people that you've hired, but to find the people in the first place, like Jamila said, it's not a heavily populated area. Are you bringing a lot of people in from other areas, other parts of the states, or how did that work for you?
Yeah, especially for underground. I mean, we're recruiting them from Nevada, we're from Montana, from Idaho, all around the area. And I would have to say one of the biggest challenges is in the years past, in like 2010 to 2020, you may only have a very small turnover of people, like 2 or 3 people, 5 people a year, and with what's going on now, we may go through 3, 4, or 5 a month, just because people used to show up. People didn't, but that's one of the human factors that has been most challenging.
It could be maybe a generational factor too. I don't know if
That's
yeah. I think that's across the board with every industry, depending on what age you're hiring.
Yeah. We've tried older, we've tried younger, we've tried in between, and and some of the young guys are just great. I can't complain, but yeah, the only issue is the knowledge. Everybody thinks that you can just go in and run a mill or run a loader or run a crusher, but I tell people every time I get a new crusher operator, I have to buy a new set of loader tires because and so you just have to be on them and just keep your eyes open for everything with them, and they learn, they do. Yeah.
Good. So at the moment, you got a pretty good crew there.
It's getting much, much better, yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, really a great group of guys, and even all the supervisors are really coming on strong. Everybody's starting to know what they're doing. Yeah, we're getting to be 8 months in, and things are finally starting to get better day by day. So
that's great, because 6 months and a year down the road, you're going to have a really, really well-oiled machine there.
Right. Yeah.
So what would you say some of the, you mentioned that they had a really good pour, Eric, and for investors on the call or people interested, just kind of what are some of the big milestones you guys are looking at in the next year, next few months, like production wise, business wise?
Yeah, we're really trying to get up to 100 to 120 tons a day from underground ore. The tailings are pretty much a set grade, so we're just really trying to get up to that 25 to 30 ounces per day, and so that's gonna do great things. We're not quite there yet, but we are getting to that 300, 400, 450 ounces a month, and going to keep going up from that now. So it's and trying to keep our development ahead of us at the same time. And there's a lot of moving parts. We're getting the underground team built up into 3 or 4 different headings going. Constantly have ore coming out with development. Things are starting to move along.
Yeah, I know you guys are pretty busy over there. So
yeah, we've got a great surveyor now that's keeping them on point. We've got really good things happening underground as well as the mill. So
excellent. I know that our investors like to hear that.
Yeah, it's it has been a struggle. We've tried some things that didn't work out so well, but we corrected things. It's been a busy 6 to 8 months, but things are really starting to turn a corner now. So
yeah, it's good. I mean, I think that's the natural progression of things. You try some things out, they might work, they might not. You sort it out. But you've done that in a very short span of time. You've done it very quickly, and you're producing already. So
right,
it just shows. It kind of shows the competence of you and the management team. So
it's I've got a great group, great team here. I mean, everyone puts everything into it, and I have people that want to make this place successful. That's kind of what I look in everybody is. I want people here that want to be here, that want to make it successful, and that's kind of the key.
That makes a difference. Yeah, it is a key. What's it like working with the Norwegian team, Nils and Svein and all those guys, the big guys?
They've just been incredible. Svein, he digs in deep, and I mean, he's one of our greatest assets here. He challenges us to say, I want this area. Give me what's in this area, and he's really good. He keeps us on our toes, and he gives us great ideas. He's been just instrumental in everything. So
Yeah. It's because of Svein that we're obviously listing in Oslo. We're really excited about that because those guys are at the helm. Svein knows that market very well, and as you've mentioned, he's a very focused individual. So the Norwegians run a pretty efficient operation, and we're really looking forward to the listing. And I know that our investors are as well. Do you have any thoughts on that, Jim? Are you planning to go to Norway at all?
Yeah, I think that'll be happening soon. I don't know if I'll be able to during the listing because I have some other things happening here. But yeah, I'd love to visit Norway. I think my ancestors, on my mom's side, definitely are all Norwegian, and so it's kind of awesome that that.
Did you tell Svein? Did you tell Svein and Nils and those guys that you got the Norwegian blood?
Actually, I think I did at one time, but yeah. It's pretty amazing that my mom always talked about Norway and her dad and my grandpa, so it was pretty neat. Yeah.
Well, I guess it all comes full circle. Now you're in charge of an operation that's going to be publicly listed in Oslo.
Isn't that amazing?
And what would be great is around listing is if we could do kind of an investor day for any investor who wants to see the mine, like around that time, and we could do a little group trip and see Oatman and do all the fun stuff there too. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sure, and then we could take a trip to Norway. I'd like to see Norway.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be beautiful. Everybody's beautiful and rich in Norway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little different scenery in Oatman, but
Yeah, we could go to the hotel with all the dollar bills on the wall.
Yes. Yeah.
I do hope to make it out to see you hopefully this summer when I can get back to the States. I'll make a trip out to see you, Jim, and then Jamila's just down the road as well. So
that would be great. Yeah, we'll take you underground. You can get some good pictures of the vein, and we're getting into some really good areas by then. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's interesting because we have all this great news about Gold Road, but the truth is that we're just getting started.
Yes,
It's going to be a long road of very, very good production. So
it is, and we have some great ideas, and that's what Spain is. He wants wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, and he has us working on 5 things at once, not just one thing at once.
Yeah, and particularly high grades there, like even with the tailings, is what I heard when I was up there.
The tailings is just a constant feed that pay for themselves and make us a little bit, but it's the underground ore that's going to make this project really take off, and that's where we're headed now, is getting a really good team built up underground. So it's going well.
Yeah, Jim, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about. There were some very cool 3D models that were done on the veins and the deposits there at Gold Road. I'll put a link down in the description for anyone that wants to watch that video. Our friend Stein actually put that video together, and so anybody can watch that. But can you give us a quick take kind of on what those models mean and what they're telling us? Because when I look at those, it looks like there's 1 million ounces down there. So what's your take on that?
Well, is what we're looking at on a lot of those is the old timers were just really going after the highest grade, up to like a ½ ounce per ton, and but it does show you that there's more than one vein. There's multiple vein structures, and a lot of times they only came through on one vein, and right next to it or 15 feet away from it, there's a second vein, and so. That's kind of what we're doing, is some of those remnant areas, along with getting into some new areas out to the east. So, yeah, that's We have so much potential here, and we need a lot more geology done, but we're heading the right way now.
Yeah, those models are incredible. Just really cool to see that. The
Yeah,
3D models. So again, for anybody that wants to see that, I'll put the link down below for that video. You can watch it on YouTube, but really fascinating.
right.
Um,
And there'll be a lot more of that to come. We're scanning the whole mine right now, putting everything into 3D, and then we'll have a
that's
really
cool.
good, yeah, because that's going to tell us where we're going. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Then you can be very targeted.
oh,
Yeah,
exactly. And you have to be. So that's where we're headed. Yeah.
excellent. So I have a question. There's in the beginning of the episode we talked about the long history of Gold Road, and it's been around for a long time. And we picked it up last May, but it was kind of ignored for a long time. This is a beautiful mine. Why do you feel, or why do you think it was ignored for so long? Like why was it waiting for us to pick it up in May of 2025? I'm glad that we did. It's a great component of our royalty company, but why do you think it was ignored for so many years?
I think some of it was we've had different groups in here, and they've came in and thought that I think their mining method has been wrong several times. They think that oh, we can mine this way, and every time they've tried that, it's failed. And you can have people here that can say no, we have to mine it by shrinkstone. We can't do different things, and so it got kind of a bad name just because it wasn't really being mined right. So
Yeah. Okay. Because that was something that I wondered about.
well,
Yeah.
the other thing is I mean they're giving us the leeway to develop the thing right now, and not just they think that more tons is more gold. It isn't. You only want to take the gold. You don't want the waste. So
Yeah.
Yeah, and and talking about, the obstacles when getting into production was, a big part is regulation, and especially here in the States. But because there's so much development potential, it really helps bring, those really helps diminish those costs and bring you to scale, I think.
oh, it does, and that's the amazing thing is at least they did let us keep this mine fully permitted and everything up on it. Kept the underground dewatered this time, and I mean
Yeah.
it was really ready to go. It really was just a small investment to get things going, and yeah, we were able to bring it back up and bring it back to life again. So
Very quickly. And we're very lucky to have found you, and we're very lucky to have had you in charge of the operation, because now we're all benefiting from it, especially at close to $5,000 gold, and it's going to go a lot higher than that. So
oh, this has just been an incredible group to work for. I mean, I've had such great support from and Jeremy and Svine and all the guys have just been
yeah,
incredible. Nils and
yeah.
yeah, the whole group from Chancery, Charles, and all of
Charles is
them.
great.
Yeah,
Charles is great. I like talking to Charles. Actually, he's good for conversation, but he's a wealth of knowledge. I was in
yes,
Tajikistan with him, and I chat with him now and then on the phone. But yeah, Charles is great. We need to
yeah.
get him on one of these episodes.
They've all been so supportive, and really, yeah, it's been just great working with all of them. So
Yeah, nah, it's been great having you as part of our partnership. In Chancery, and you're the first one producing. So
that's awesome.
we're very excited about that. And we're very proud of that. What
You're
you've done
going to
with
see
Gold Road.
some really good numbers this month. Is going to be our best month yet, and it's gonna really be an excellent month here. So,
Yeah, fantastic, and it's only going to get better from there.
oh, definitely, yeah, that's for sure.
Excellent. Well, if there's anything else that you guys want to add, we can go ahead. Otherwise, we can wrap it up. Jim, is there anything else that you want to add? Jamila?
No, I just, or yeah, I'm just, like I said, just so happy to be able to have such a great group to work for, and it's been really challenging, but really fun too. You have to enjoy your job, so that's
Yes, I agree. And Jamila and I
Yeah.
wholeheartedly agree, and we do
Yeah,
enjoy our
very much.
jobs.
yes.
But
And
Gold Road is one of the jewels in our crown, and we're very proud of it.
yeah,
So,
and I was just going to add, I'm newer to the team, but if we have any investors or people who are interested on the West Coast here in the U.S. or not even the West Coast, but in the U.S., just give me a ring. Maybe we can organize, either seeing Gold Road or just meeting to talk about our developments. So yeah.
That'd
yeah.
be great.
Um, I'll put a link to the video with the 3D modeling down below. There'll also be a link to Chancery Royalty if anybody's interested in investing. And also Pure Tungsten, the round is just kind of coming to a close. We're doing that trip on Sunday, but if anybody is still interested in some information on that, please hit the link, and we're happy to provide you with whatever you need. So that is it for today. Jim, I want to thank you very much for coming on board. It was great to talk to you, buddy. We're very excited about where Gold Road is heading.
Thank you. Great to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. And Jamila, as always, thank you. I will speak with you soon.
Thanks.